Hello everybody and welcome to a new series on the channel. New game on the channel, FIFA19, Fulham career mode. And let's just get right into it, shall we? First things first, it's new career mode. Be sure to leave a like. I don't know why you haven't seen the video yet. I don't understand why people do that, but I'm doing that, so hypocrite. We're here with Fulham in the Premier League, and obviously in real life they spent a shit ton. They brought in a load of players, and we're just going to buy more. Pretty simple, really. This is the team we got going for us right now. We're getting into things such as I want to strengthen what I've done with the scouts as well, which will come into that. We'll look at objectives before getting into the first game of the season, which is of course Crystal Palace at home. Which is obviously a winnable game in real life. Fulham obviously lost it, but on the game it's winnable for us. Anyway, let's see what we got going for us here. They're in a 4-3-3. We're going to keep all that the same. Tactics the same, all that, because possession football is what I want to do anyway. As you can see, they go with a holding 4-3-3. They've got Fabrizio in goal, decent goalkeeper, and Bettinelli's on the bench, but we've also got, what's his name? Rico. There we go. I thought I was going to have to stop and think about it for a long time, but Rico on the bench as well. And we've also got, I like our back four simply because we've got quite a few players that can play both full back and centre back, and I like having flexibility. That midfield, fairly defensive apart from Kenny in the middle, who's captain. And we've got obviously a player I'm sure everyone knows about, even if you're not in the country or not familiar with the Championship last season, because he's such a popular prospect to buy, isn't he? Sessegnon is on that left, Mitrovic in the centre, and then Andre Schürrle on the right, which I think is a pretty deadly front three for a team of Fulham's size. We've got players on the bench such as Vieto as well, and you can see there's Amber and Guisa, Christie, Chambers. So a bit to work with. However, I do still think there are certain areas I'd like to fix on. Cover for wingers, there really isn't that many. There isn't really anything for the right side other than Schürrle. Sessegnon, we've got players like Ayite and Cabano, but they're not really good enough. I'm going to look to move them on. So 2 wingers on each side as backup for them. I possibly like a third striker as well, just to be set for that. Because at the moment we've got Vieto, we've got Mitrovic, then it's just youngsters. We also do, as you see in the objectives later, we do have to sign a few younger players. Could incorporate that into it. Possibly one more centre back as well, one more out and out centre back would be ideal. But other than that, I actually think Fulham are relatively settled for what we need, and I think they're perfectly set. So I don't actually see me having to do too much, but knowing me, I've got a lot of money. I probably will just end up spending a load of it pointlessly anyway, so we'll see how that goes. And just to show you, here are the instructions we've set for our scouts. Winger, as I said, centre back. Ignore the fact it says free kick specialist. I did notice in the end that didn't say first team quality, which it was meant to, on both striker and centre back. So I did change that eventually. We've got striker obviously as well. And then other than that, it's I always like to do any team first team quality, any position, with a contract down to 0 to 1, just to see if there's any good deals that we can possibly take advantage of, or any just decent players that aren't in the positions that I'm scouting, and then promising to get some youngsters through as well. So those are my scouting instructions. The scouts are set to England, Germany, Italy, Spain and France, so fairly generic bunch of countries really. They have the best players overall, and I feel like that's the players where we can places that we can get the best players from. Clearly speaking is not something that I can master anytime soon, is it? So yeah, that's the scouting. These are the objectives. That's the final thing we're going to go over. The main 3: finish mid-table and reach round of 16, which is in the domestic success, which is very low. So is finance, so is brand exposure. Brand exposure is sell at the stadium 85% of the time. Finance is just grow the club value. Youth develop low is important to them. Grow 2 youth academy players, at least 10 overall, and then play them in 5 matches. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that one. I always find that one quite difficult, especially as a Premier League side and you want to do well. As well as sign 3 players that are under the age of 20 that have more potential than anyone else in those positions, which, as you're going to see later on, is what we do in the transfers. So that's all the sort of introductory stuff. I'm now going to pass to myself in the past, kind of in the future past, I don't know, tenses, and we can go over transfers and then get into the game against Crystal Palace. Here we are on FIFA 19, a new game, even though it looks completely the same. We've got a fresh new colour. It's a lovely blue, isn't it, the menu? It's a lovely blue. That's well worth the stupid amount of money we've all paid for FIFA. Anyway, we are here. And hopefully I've gone through everything. Otherwise I made myself look incredibly stupid. So what have we done? What have we done in the transfer market with all this millions and millions of pounds? How much money have we still got? Still got 33 million, which is unbelievable. So yeah, anyway, first things first, transfers. This bloke's gone to Freiburg. There you go, there's one. Anyway, these are obviously all of our transfers. We've started off by selling Dennis Odoi. He's a centre back on this game. I was always under the impression he was right back. He can play right, he can play on the left. 6'9" overall at the age of 30 though. I think it's fairly obvious we're not going to use him. He's gone to Fluminense, Brazil, so I'm sure he'll love it there. Who doesn't? And that left us to do our own transfers. As you would have seen when going over the objectives, we had the good old sign 3 players under the age of 20 with potential, so we went and had done that. We got this bloke, Zagadou, Dan Axel Zagadou from Dortmund, a young prospect there, 69 overall, 19 years of age, 2.5 million. I'm sure he will grow to be quite a decent player for us. The other one we got is George McEachran for only 200k. He is only 59 overall, but he's 17 years of age, and again could grow. And it was a very cheap option, a very cheap way of getting that objective sorted. And the final one was this American bloke. I keep saying bloke. Why am I saying bloke? I don't know. This American anyway. What am I on about? James Sargent, is that his name? Josh Sargent. Where did I get James Sargent from? Josh Sargent from Werder Bremen, £2.25 million, which is a bit steep for someone that's only 65 overall and worth 1.1 million. But he will grow to that, and I'm sure he'll be well worth that money come, a few years down the line. We then signed Cabano. These are players that were quite key for Fulham getting up, but where they went batshit crazy and spent loads of money and brought loads of players in, they're just nowhere near good enough. Cabano's gone to Girona for 2.4 million. There you go. Fairly quick, but there are better options. Such as this guy, Keynes from Werder Bremen again. 10.1 million, and Floyd Oyite is what we bargained to get this guy in. Obviously that is Ryan Sessegnong's position, but I did feel like overall in terms of depth the wings were quite lacking, and we could actually play Ryan Sessegnong at left back to fit this guy in. He can also play in number 10, he can play in central midfield as well as on the right. So Florian Kahn's is a bit of an all-rounder in that area of the pitch, so he's a good buy as far as I'm concerned. This guy went on loan, who cares? Another one, Cisse, went for £1 million. Again, 68 overall, he's just never going to get in, is he? Johansson left, which is a little bit more of a, I didn't know whether I should. 5 million. I did transfer list him in the end. He's got his contract up at the end of the season. And again, I want this save to be successful, and I just don't see him getting in. So it was kind of like, what's the point in keeping him? 5 million's more than, it's 5 million more than we had. Kamara, this isn't a random loan offer. This, I did actually put him on the loan list because he's 23. You never know. He'll go off to Ajax for the season. I will probably just sell him in the end, but he might be worth more. Here's the first proper sort of major transfer, and a name that I'm sure a lot of people would have known. Germain, I'm sure it's like that. From Marseille, he was at Monaco. £11.5 million. 11.5 million to play second fiddle to Mitrovic. Isn't it a wonderful life? You'll think I'm joking, but he's actually on the bench at the moment, as you'll see later. I don't know when he'll come in, but I'm sure he will. He's a very good striker, obviously. He's fairly well known across Europe, or France at least. And I just wanted to make sure we had the quality up front. We got Vieto as well on the bench. So, in terms of strikers, we're now really well equipped. We've only really played with one proper striker. We play 4-3-3, as you would have seen. So, Jermaine can offer something there. Follett, I'm guessing that is his name. Is it Simon, or is it, he's French, so it might be Simon. Simon Follett. It sounds better, so we're just going to go with Simon. For £6.6 million, Another centre back, because again, I just want to make sure we were well equipped at centre back, and we actually really are now. This guy's actually, I've decided to start him because he's a left-footed. His preferred position is centre back. Originally, I was playing Le Marchand there, who's left back. He is left-footed, but he's a left back. So I thought this guy could really possibly be the answer. Fairly cheap as well in Premier League money. And finally, Matthew Leckie. This is a name you might have seen all about on FIFA Career Mode in the past. 6 million, valued at 6 million, so we got our money's worth there. And again, another back, just a back to Schürrle. Probably won't start all that often, but I wanted to make sure we had the quality and depth. And this guy offers it. He's quick. He's a pacey fucker actually. Now look at it. And yeah, they're all our transfers. We could do more. Like I said earlier, we got a lot of money. If we have a look at the transfer hub, we've got these people on the list. Grealish is someone I'm thinking about. And for anyone that watches Sunderland, oh, it's tempting, isn't it? Oh, hang on, he's on loan. He's got a loan accepted. Oh no. Anyway, one day maybe Josh Brownhill will be back on the channel. But that's all the transfers, and that's all. I think that's all the transfers going on at the moment as well. There aren't any major ones going on at this moment in time, I don't think. No. This guy's rejecting everyone, it would appear. And in terms of transfer list, these are the people we got left on it. It's mainly just youngsters now at this point. But yeah, that is everything. We might as well, jump right into it now. Our first game of the season, Crystal Palace at Craven Cottage. I love the fact Craven Cottage is on FIFA. It's just brilliant. So, first game on FIFA 19 on the channel. Let's see how we do. Oh, and just before, I completely forgot to show you the actual our first starting 11. This is the team we're going with for now. Carey's injured, so that's why he's not there. So Zamba and Guisa's in. Fabricio, Brian, Fellaini, Mawson, Fusi Mensah, Zambo and Guisa is going to be the holding midfielder. We've got McDonald and Seri. That midfield's very defensive minded, so we could potentially go for someone. We could even put the winger we signed from Werder Bremen, Keynes into there to make the midfield a bit attacking, but we'll see how it goes. Then we've got Sessegnon, Mitrovic and Schürrle. The bench is quite strong for a team that's just came up. I mean, as you'd expect for a team that spent a lot of money if you include real life and then the buys I've made. But Rico, we've got Chambers, Le Marchand, and the thing I like about these two is both can play right. Chambers can play centre back and right back. Le Marchand can play centre back and left back, so we're well covered for defence. Keynes, as I mentioned when looking over him, I mean he probably can play right wing as well. It doesn't say there, but he can play in central midfield. And we're able to have then two strikers on the pinch to really change things if we have to. It's a decent little team we got here, and I think we could do quite well. Obviously, we'll just start that now. The aim, I think overall, I would quite like to get to a Europa League final, simply for sort of real life events. Obviously, one of Fulham's certainly greatest recent seasons was in 2010 when they got to the Europa League final. They played Atletico Madrid. They beat Juventus on the way, and they shocked everyone by getting there, and I would quite like to do that again. But obviously, for any sort of team in the top division or top European division, I think the aim overall is to certainly get to the Champions League final and win it. It's weird when it's having it silent, because I've turned music off obviously because I don't want to be bitched out on an email by YouTube. So we've had to turn that off. Craven Cottage is splendid. What a ground. It's bizarre. I just like the fact that these grounds are on there now. I'd really like to go to Craven Cottage one day. They're actually going quite okay. He's beat me easily. He's beat me. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. It was Benteke. I shouldn't have slid. I should have knew he was going to miss. Oh, come on. Come on. That's... Oh, come on. It was a valid attempt at the ball, isn't that the rule now? It wasn't nowhere near it. Oh, shit a brick. This is the second FIFA episode in a row this happened, because it happened last episode in my Sunderland thing as well. We have saved it though, so we got a chance here. I mean, Get it out. Can we get a counter-attack going? I mean, Kevin McDonald is literally our most attacking player at the moment. Schürrle, nope, can't get on it. Right, we're gonna... Well, we've got space. We've got... Oh. I think we go 4-1-4-1. And we might want to change our tactics up a little bit and all. Where's the holding one? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Let's get Schürrle back on his wing. Let's get Mitrovic back up front. Oh, the problem with this though, it's going to have to be the attacking one actually, because we need a spot for the red card, don't we? I think it's going to have to be Zambo, simply because McDonald is captain and I don't really want to take him off. Well, Callum Chambers is getting an early go. Tactics, we're not doing constant pressure. We're only going to do drop. You know what? Yeah, drop back. We're not gonna be stupid. I'm just going to keep possession. Anyway, there are the changes. We've already fucked this career mode up a little bit, haven't we? Looks like episode 1 and we're already going to have to bring out the Park the Bus special. Oh, God. Don't need to see it again. How long has it been? 20 minutes and we've shot ourselves in the foot twice. Got away with it first time, second time no. Oh dear. What? Of course it's him. One team. I don't know what I'm trying to say. What am I trying to say? One man team, that's the term. Not that difficult. Lovely finish. Oh, this is going to be a bloodbath, isn't it? This is going to be horrible. Another chance, another this time saved. I was about to say another save, he hasn't actually. He saved the penalty. But that's like the one good thing I've done, managed to save the penalty. They've got a Koyate, that's interesting. Can we please not go 3-0 down before half time? We haven't had a shot yet. Oh. Come on, get on it. We've got to go back. There we go. Is that Kevin McDonald yet again? It's always him pushing forward. He's not particularly first for attacking midfield football, but I think it's him who scored the goal. It is. That's our first shot and we got our first goal. I mean, if we go by that ratio, we should particularly, you know, win everything, shouldn't we? Right, Fulham 1, Crystal Palace 2. We got a chance. We can do this. Not far away from half time, but we could have one more chance here. Come on, beat him. 2-2, there we go. Never in doubt. We've done it halfway, but we're back. Ryan Sessegnon does. I never mean to do that celebration, but I always end up doing it. I'm trying to do something else, but never mind. It was a lovely ball in. Schürrle. Sessegnon gets on it. Good header. 2-2. I mean, we don't do it the easy way, but we do it the best way. Fourth time we're back in it. Who would have thought that was coming, eh? Feel like we might be like 4-0 down by half time. Now look at this. Don't do this to me. Don't. Good. This always happens to me. Why does this always have to happen? Can we not just score a goal and then see it out at the end of it? What I mean, oh, he's lost the ball again. Never mind, it's half time. What a first half. Why is there booze? Oh, okay, they're booing the ref. Oh, that's new, isn't it? Never used to boo the ref. Good on them. Normally Fulham's like a family clapper type club, isn't it? Which, I mean, I can't stand clappers personally, but nice to hear them, you know, showing support there, because I don't think that was a red card either. I thought if you're trying to win the ball, even if you're last man in the box, it's a penalty and yellow card, not a red, for fuck's sake. Anyway, let's have a look at the stats. It's not... Jesus Christ. We're EAing the computer, basically. But the possession is the most important stat in my opinion. But look at that, 2 goals from 2 shots and 2 on target. They've had 8. 8 on target as well, bloody hell. I mean, if I was to pick away for the first episode, on my first video on FIFA19 to go, it would have been going for a shithouse point. It's the best way to go, isn't it? Let's face it. Come on, keep the ball. Come on, oh, we've got space here. It's got space here. Shoot. Oh, it's just gone wide. That's a shame, because I wanted to score with every shot we had, but never mind. Not too far away, just dragged it a little bit too much. We've got Tottenham next. Oh shit. Actually, I might do that in a video, because Tottenham have a new ground, don't they, on this? It's quite funny considering it seems like they're never going to move into it in real life. Oh shit. No, never mind. Planning next episode, we haven't even finished this one yet, fuck's sake. Mitrovic again. McDonald. Oh, I thought that might have bounced in. Oh, we got a corner actually. We'll leave him on for the corner because he's probably more of a target man than anyone else. Oh, never mind. It's stupid, isn't it? Anyway, still got it. Never mind, haven't got it. We're going to make that change now. Mitro. Actually, no. What are we bringing on? Who are we bringing on? No, let's bring on our bloke. Let's be biased. Other than that, I think I might just leave it as... Actually, we're going to bring on Keynes here to go in midfield. Have a more attacking option. Going to go a bit more ballsy. We're going to actually go for this game. So I feel like we can win it. I mean, they could easily win it, but we could win it. It's poised. Considering we're at 10 men, that's a good thing. Seri. Oh, you nearly got a shot away. Don't be hurt. Thank you. Oh, he's turned me. Oh, thank God it was Benteke. Jesus, I thought we were doomed then. I've already made all 3 subs. What's the point? What am I doing? Hang on, we've got a little bit of a breakaway here. Jamal, oh, he's put it wide. He's fucked it. Oh, what a chance. Probably could have taken that down and then placed it, but I didn't know and I panicked. And oh. But we got the ball back. Can we have one more chance? He's got free space. Back post, that's headed away. Is that going to be it? It is going to be it. A credible 2-2 draw. Fulham fans are going to be after the ref after the game. He's going to be hospitalised and all that crap. But in terms of the game, to go 10 men down to 10 men, but still get a point, I think it's decent. And 2-0 down. We've got a good point, I think, there. We'll take it. The flag's flying. Here it is again. He went to win the ball. It's a yellow card. Piss. You seriously can't tell me that's not. Alright, there's the stats. It makes it look a bit more one-sided, don't it? But we'll ignore them. In terms of first games, Bournemouth 1, Chelsea 1, Watford 1. All followed real life, really, didn't it? Other than this, because Crystal Palace won in real life. Anyway, that brings us to the end of the first episode of our Fulham career mode here on FIFA 19. Like I said at the start, stupidly, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you're new around here, subscribe for more. There'll be more from this career mode. There'll be another one starting with Atletico Madrid as well, and a third one starting later on in the year. So a lot of FIFA to come. We're trying to make this game last as long as possible, even though it's got nothing new on it. Next episode, as I said, sort of hinted at during the game, will be Tottenham away because it's new ground. New ground for FIFA. New ground real life, not even ready yet. So FIFA's done alright there. So that'll be the next episode. I'll make you up to date of anything that goes on in the week in between. So that'll be the next episode, probably tomorrow. Stick around for that. Thanks for watching this video. Like I said, subscribe for more, and I'll see you in another one. Goodbye.